Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to WhatMap, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, today we've got a map which is based on a real-life location, that being one of those islands between the Caribbean and the Atlantic Ocean that tails down from Puerto Rico down to South America. I think you know the chain of islands I'm talking about, Martinique and such. Anyway, based on that location, but with a hidden alternate reality kind of vibe to the networking, which I'm sure you'll see when we get to the map. It's a creator we have done twice in the past, episodes 803 and 839, where they got 8 and 10 stars. And during today's show, we'll quickly cover something that's cropped up in the last week or so regarding one of my mods and some little problems they're having with it. But before that, we've got to take a little look at a daily reminder. That's right, clicking that like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. Thank you for your support. Today's map is Kits and Nevis, or Kits and Nevis. I'm going Nevis. It feels like Nevis, even though in the UK we do have a Ben Nevis, as in a biggest mountain over here, by B Wild 58. There's your start square, and I think that's very usable. It's actually quite enticing, isn't it? I feel that. You have terrain heights that look like that, clearly taken originally from a terrain height map, and looks exactly like it should. Resources, a little patchy here and there, but again, usable in a standard city build and plenty of offshore oil to get hold of. And then if you want to do fishing, it's mostly anchovies. You will need Sunset Harbour for this, but if you got it, there you go. Off to the workshop, what do we need? Well, it's an After Dark map. You will need After Dark for this one. And then we have a few things to subscribe to. Don't worry about Daylight Classic. I do have it. I have the old version. We'll be using the Not So Rocky European map theme. The Evergreen LUT. I don't think we've ever done that on the show before. And there's a few trees and bridges and things to subscribe to, but not too many, but a few. And then down to ground level. So anyway, the highways are going to look crisp and clear and clean. In fact, the whole map feels crisp and clear and clean, like in the little key running along here, separating us from the lower area where the rail is stuck down there. We'll look at the rail a bit later on. So yes, everything's crisp and clear and clean about the maps, which gives me a few moments to talk about the problem that I've had with one of the mods. That mod being prop snapping. Now, never had any real issues with it before, but just recently, a couple of map reviews, we had Cities map and Random 5's map, where there were a few floating props, which just seemed really weird. Out of the blue, easily fixed by using Move It and reducing things down to ground level, but we had floating props. So I spent some time rebooting the game and rebooting the game again. I'll show you, this is nice. These bridges, this first bridge is, it's pretty low, but about as low as you'd want it. This one I feel could be maybe a little bit, yeah, probably edge it up a nudge. Just a nudge there, I feel there. And then the next bridge is perfectly fine, but that's a little bit closer to the water there, I feel, for the concrete. If you get a rainy season, then that's going to be troublesome. Anyway, and we have hurricanes in the Caribbean, don't we? That's about as rainy as it comes. Anyways, so, yes, using prop snapping would fix that. And so, sorry, no, Move It would fix the prop snapping issue. Do like this little bridge over here. This is very clean. Again, not what I call an intersection as such, but it's very clean and tidy and good work through and through. So yes, I tested this map's got a little prop snapping issue as well. So I tested the map without any mods at all, and it was fine. I added prop snapping and prop snapping only, no 81 tile mod or anything like that, and we just had that one area again. Anyway, a nice detailing. This is Start Square Roundabout. You probably worked that one out already. We'll pull back, and you can see we've got a couple of little assets of the day down there. We'll take a little look at those. Now, these were requested by the person who commissioned them. I've forgotten your name. I didn't. Hang on. Oh, can't see it. Sorry. The person who commissioned them, but we are equally agreed that the person who gets all the credit is the person who created them, which is Californianyt. YT guessing means YouTube. Gotta hate those YouTubers. This is the Nova Bus RTS-06 with ads. Loving the ads as well on these. This is great. There's a version without ads. A whole bunch. Do check out CalifornianYt's workshop for vehicles. They are doing some great work. Factoids, because factoids, we've got just about enough time for a quick one. The Great Pyramid of Chiops. Is it Chiops or Chiops? I'm going Chiops. In Egypt is large enough to enclose the main cathedrals of Milan, Florence, Rome and London. I'm guessing that means simultaneously. I'm guessing. So yes, a big old structure there. Of course, it's not hollow, so you couldn't really, could it? Anyway, great work here from Californianyt with their commissioned buses, and plenty more to check out over on their workshop. So go ahead and have a little look now. And when I say now, I mean at the end of the show, so please, just stick with me a little bit longer, okay? So yes, following the highways. Yeah, so we'll see a little prop snapping issue. It's weird. Never had this with prop snapping, and it's just suddenly started happening, and it isn't a conflict with another mod, because literally no other mods were active. I mean, it is out of the 81 tiles, and I had unlocked the 81 tiles already, then reloaded it without the 81 tile. So maybe it's to do with that. Maybe. Not entirely sure. But I do know that it's a little bit of an issue. We got this highway then heads back down the opposite side of the island. We'll go down this way at the second half of the show, because we'll be following the rail as well. Liking the placement of this intersection, where we managed to avoid all street light clipping because it is quite low. Then we've got this fantastical fantasy alternate scenario with these bridges. They are exceptionally well done. In real life, these don't exist. I wish they did. Oh, St. Kitts and Nevis, they would have what was that through my living room? St. Kitts and Nevis would have so many more visitors if you could build this. I'm sure you've got more important things to spend your money on, but this would look stunning. And if you do build this, I think Be Wild would like a little share of the investment, because I think they've done an amazing job there. Yes, it's just a windy road, basically, along to the peninsula. And the peninsula in real life has a ferry which leads you across, because we are on St. Kitts at the moment, and Nevis is on the opposite side of here, where we have a fantasy undersea tunnel. Okay? So, and again, exceptionally well done. Here you'll notice the prop snapping issue. We're just going to ignore these from now on, okay? And I have deactivated prop snapping from my game. Must remember to reactivate it if ever I do any work in anger, because, well, that's going to be annoying. It's going to be, because I'm going to need prop snapping. Yeah, I don't know what's causing that. It was one little point on Random 5's map, a couple of little points on Sidai's map, and then just that one little point there. It's really very weird. Be very interested if there's any modders out there who knows what would cause that. I'd like to know. I mean, just let me know. But as it is, yeah, apologies to Random and to Sidai, but also thank you to Random for Sidai, because without you and your problems, we wouldn't have learnt something. And I say we, I mean I. Okay, clearly prop snapping was always possible to be an issue here. Loving the way that the rail actually follows the smooth curves here. This is excellently well planned out rail. The rail over the dirt road there was high enough. You have to trust me on that one. We'll probably get down and have a little look after the intermission. And I'm loving the rough work to the right hand side. Not so sure about the zigzag on the coast along here. Looks like it wasn't quite finished. I would buy into that if I saw it elsewhere on the map and it looked like it was by design. That doesn't look like it was by design. It just looks like it was missed in terms of the actual just finishing. So yeah, just tiny little talking point there. That's all that was. And then as we come down here, we have the slightly lowered section with the rail, and then the road again on the higher section behind the quay. And that's it. So we'll come back after the intermission. Well, we'll take a look at the shipping. There's bound to be shipping.
Are you fed up with random vanilla buildings spawning in random locations? Do you want a specific type of building in a particular zone? Then you need the beginner's guide to theme management. Click the information button below.
And so we are back to Kitts and Nevis. Oh, Kitts and Nevis by Be Wild 58. We have twin shipping lanes. This is neat. This is very neat. So you get these shipping lanes coming through, and it's just clean. It's just clean. And they follow parallel, but they're not entirely parallel. There's a little bit of drift, and just, you won't notice. You're not going to be watching shipping running side by side, are you? I mean, it's just ridiculous, isn't it? But anyway, yes, I quite like that. That's very cleanly done. What about water flow? Well, in the start square you have this bay, and as you'll see from this bay, we have a couple of water spawn points pumping out water, and that is definitely going to work in terms of those of you that want to pump and drain. However, we do have a little bit of somewhere around here. Where is it? Yeah, we've got some pipes down here. I reckon originally Be Wild was planning on doing something extra special for us, and got forgotten. Anyway, we'll come back down to ground and have a little look around. This is your build space. This is your start square build space. Your airport in real life is along here. So if you wanted to recreate St. Kitts, then that is where you'd be popping the airport, in that kind of area down there. And then we've got a nice little internal lake here. And like I say, the theme and the LUT, just a great combo. The Evergreen LUT. You know, I actually resubscribed to the Evergreen LUT because I scrolled through my list 3 times. I couldn't find it. So I unsubscribed, resubscribed, and of course it appears right at the bottom of the list if you do that. There's a little trick for you. If you can't find it, just unsubscribe and resubscribe, and it will appear at the bottom if you've got a big list of LUTs. Loving the veins in the trees, the way that they're shaped out here. It's just very aesthetically pleasing. Realism, possibly, but yeah, in terms of something aesthetically and organic looking, I like that. Got this little peninsula down here as well. This is neatly detailed as well. There are no complaints. I was expecting water glitching here as well, and there was none. A little bit of terrain glitching down there by the benches. And again, I did promise you I'd show you the height of these bridges over. So let's go down the ground level and do a little bit of driving. Just to show you. You see, when you get down here, you can see they are plenty high enough, for considering we're not going to have any big trucks coming along here either. And even if you did, I think you're probably just about, might be a bit tight there for a big truck. But down there, what big truck's going to go down there? Yeah, a lost one, I think the answer is. So yes, I'm loving the swish swoosh here of these bridges. That is just beautifully done. All credit for the swish swoosh, yeah. And buildable space down here as well. And I love the tunnel. The tunnel is excellent work as well. Well, it's clean work. It is excellent work. I've seen more elaborate tunnels, but again, that is good, clean work. And again, we've got all of these little lights lighting up the way down here as well, which aren't have been affected by the prop snapping on this side of the map. Anyway, what do you think of this map? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the viewer's choice top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Click the I button now in the top right hand corner. It'll take you to the voting page where you can vote for free. Right, screenshot, found one. I actually spent 2 minutes looking for this. What do I think? Aesthetically, it's clean, it's crisp, it's quite pleasing, and it does look like the real life location. I'm going to give it a 4. It's a lowish 4. It doesn't blow me away, but it is still good. 4 stars. Detailing, it's crisp, it's clean, it's accurate, it's tidy. Again, does it blow me away? Doesn't blow me away, but again, it is really good. So again, I'm going to go 4 stars. I'm going to match it for a lowish 4 stars. Not a low 4, but a lowish 4 stars. Gameplay potential. Nothing wrong with this map at all. Nothing wrong. It just feels like a once through Let's Play. It just feels like a once through. Probably really, I don't know. It is playable. It's getting 3 stars, but I'm going to go for high 3, pushing on towards 4. Kitts and Nevis by Be Wild 58, your best map to date, and I'm quite taken. And some excellent work. Loving those bridges. I mean, that's just inspired work. That, visually speaking, that is striking, and credit for that. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, for commenting, for liking, and for subscribing, making it through to the end of another show. If you are still here, you are part of the 20 and out elite, part of our secret society where you can use the word of the day, should be a treat today, into the comments, score yourself some population points just for fun, and just have a bit of a giggle. And I'll see you tomorrow for another map in the What's Map series. Thanks for watching. I'll see you there.